at Panic Gaming. Let's rock.
What's up, everybody? Jim here. Welcome back for another epic retro game hunt, and I hope you are ready for non-stop 16-bit action, because today we are looking at 100% Sega Mega Drive games. We're talking beat-em-ups, shoot-em-ups, platformers, you name it, they got it. So prepare your minds, bodies, and souls, because that is what's coming up next.
Japan, 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 Japan. Round one. Fight, fight, fight.
All right, time for some hot 16-bit action. Because it's wall-to-wall Mega Drive, or at least one wall of Mega Drive, but oh man, doesn't it look pretty. Just box art as far as the eye can see. Mega Drive always had the killer box art, starting with Dragon Ball Z Buu Retsuden 3828. So that's probably about $26 or so. Pretty cool game. Essentially the Mega Drive version of one of the Super Butoden games. They had, I want to say, 3 of them on the Super Famicom and just the one on the Mega Drive. But they are pretty cool games for the time they were made. They're fairly enjoyable. So I like Buu Retsuden, I like the Super Butoden games. And there you go. And again, the box art is killer. Gunstar Heroes Classic with the out of focus. So it's hard to read. They write the price and pin on that, so it's kind of hard to make out. Anyway, Gunstar Heroes, an amazing game. Don't really need to tell you too much about that one. Just one of the best run and guns ever made. I think the first outing by Treasure, it was either Gunstar or that McDonald's game. But they came out swinging. Gunstar Heroes, great game. One of the more desirable Mega Drive games, I would say. Kukyoku Tiger, awesome. Some Twin Cobra, and some Raiden Trad. I myself, big fan of the whole Raiden series, and the 16-bit Raiden games, they do okay. There's kind of like a big difference between the first couple of Raidens and then Raiden 3, 4, and 5, but I do like those old ones. Raiden Trad, Raiden on the Super NES and Super Famicom, and then the PS1 ports, like I think Raiden Project and Raiden DX. Those are really cool. So Raiden, can't go wrong with that. 63 something to 70 something something or other. So in the neighborhood of $50, like 45, $50 depending on condition. And some awesome possum 16 280. Not to be confused with Awesome Blossom. Which Awesome Blossoms are indeed awesome, but Awesome Possum, ironically, is not awesome. So don't be fooled. That's all advertising. Thunder Force 3, 3058. That's nice and cheap. That's like $20. For Sonic 2, we got 2508. So that's like maybe, what, $17 with exchange rate. So that ain't so bad if you're getting a complete game with manual and it's all in good condition. World of Illusion. Some other good stuff. E-SWAT Air Diver Eternal Champion, 6028. And I do like Eternal Champions. That's a pretty decent fighting game for the time. Not mind-blowing, mind you. 2618 on Golden Axe with that beautiful box art reminiscent of Dolph Lundgren. And Golden Axe 2 with not as cool box art, if you ask me, and not as good a game either. Some Super Shinobi, alright, aka Revenge of the Shinobi. Although I'm a bigger fan of Shinobi 3 and Shadow Dancer, actually. 5478 for Sinjo no Okami 2. Wolf of the Battlefield 2, aka Mercs, great game, and sequel to Commando. But oddly enough, it's titled the same as the original game in Japan, but not anywhere else. It's not Commando 2, it's Mercs. But it is an awesome game. I do love a good top-down run and gun, and Mercs gives you a great experience there. What else we got? Street Smart. Okay, no thank you. Jewel Master, again with the amazing box art, 3938. I like this game quite a lot, even though I can admit it is a pretty slow playing game, but I don't care. I just really like it. You can mix and match all the jewels and give yourself different powers. And it's a lot of fun, and graphics and sound, again, not the most impressive game, but just for whatever reason, I really like it. I think it's a good game, and I sometimes get it confused with Elemental Master, even though they really have nothing at all in common. But Elemental Master, Jewel Master, you put them together, and you have the ultimate mastery. This game also I like a lot. Sonic Spinball 4378 from USA. That's right, they want to make sure everyone knew. I like Sonic Spinball. I don't care what anyone says, it's a damn fine game. Bare Knuckle 2, Bonanza Bros, Marvel Land, that's pretty cool as well. Rambo 3, because you gotta fight the commies, Rambo style. That means a bow and arrow and lots of explosives. And hey, here we are, wow, through the magic of editing, Sega Genesis. Even though there are no Genesis games here, it's all Mega Drive. But we are at Schrader, as you can tell by their big old plastic cases. But we got some Mickey Mouse games. World of Illusion is excellent, especially if you're playing 2 players. You get your Mickey and Donald action simultaneously. Aladdin, excellent game. This right here, though, if you haven't played it already, it is Ultra Core. Published here by Columbus Circle. I know it's available digitally, and I think it was included as kind of like a, I don't know, like a pack-in or something on one of those like analog consoles. But what a great game! It feels like an amalgamation of a lot of games, kind of Turrican-esque, little bit of like Terminator on Sega CD. Yeah, it's a really great game. A bunch of different kind of maze-like stages, but not a Metroidvania. Each stage is self-contained, but it's just really, really good. Great action platformer, and one that you should play if you haven't already. Valis 3 on the Mega Drive, which is okay. Actually, I prefer the PC Engine versions. I think they play maybe just a little bit better, and obviously superior sound and everything. Graphics are all very comparable, but I do really like the Valis series in general, even though, again, kind of like Jewel Master. I can admit they're not the greatest games ever made, but they're just something about them. Maybe it's the time that I played them. I don't know what it is, but I do still like them. They're decent enough action platformers. Nowhere near being the best, but for whatever reason, they have a special place in my heart. So that's pretty damn good. What else we got up here? Another copy of Gunstar Heroes. This one's $63.80. So that's like $50 on a Gunstar Heroes. Not too bad. $17.80 though. That's like closer to like $11 or something. That's very cheap on a copy of Garo Densetsu, aka Fatal Fury. We got some Echo. We got some Alien Storm. Gain Ground. $32.80 on Golden Axe. Again, right in that meaty part of the curve, like $22, not so bad. Same for $49.80, so like $35, $36. Fire Shark, just one of my all-time favorite. Again, I don't know what it is because it's a very simple game. Actually, it might be because of just how simple it is, but just one of my favorite shooters. One of the very few shooters like this and like Gradius 3 on the Super Nintendo. Are some of the only shooters that I can clear without dying, or that I have ever cleared without dying. I probably couldn't do it now, but I've done it in the past. But they just, there's something about them. The gameplay is just right for me. The challenge is just right, that I can actually get through them. Not much problem though. $11.4 for Thunder Force 4 though. That's kind of high. That's like $80. We got $22.80 on this copy of Strider though. It's like $15. You can't go wrong with that. Again, these Mega Drive games, you got to take into account they got these nice cases. They're going to have the manual inside, a nice clean cart. $77.80 on Sonic 3. That's not an uncommon game, mind you. $22.80 on Sonic 2. That's more like it. $15 for a really nice condition Sonic 2. I can accept that. I can tolerate that. Dynamite Heady, also by Treasure, I believe. $53.80. Not bad. And again, I have to keep in mind the exchange rate and what the prices are like in other parts of the world. $41.80 for Dai Makaimura, aka Ghouls and Ghosts. And really, isn't it worth it just for that killer box art? But luckily, in addition to box art, you also get just a classic game. Absolutely kick-ass. Brutally difficult, as is tradition. But who the hell cares when it's so fun? Right? Am I right? Tell me I'm right. Please tell me I'm right. If it's really fun, who gives a damn if it's really difficult? Just play, and play again. Or give up. You know, it's up to you. You can play once and then give up and go away. Darius 2, some Puyo Puyo. And another favorite of mine, Phalios for $56.80. That puts it at, I don't know, 42 bucks? 42, 44. Phalios, another favorite of mine. Even though Phalios, I said that the difficulty is just right on Fire Shark for me. Something like Fire Shark, Gradius 3. The difficulty is not too overwhelming. Phalios, though, as much as I love this game, I can admit it is a ball breaker and an ass kicker. It's very tough. You can play it on a lower difficulty, but then you won't be able to see all of the stages. You have to at least play it on the normal mode. And the normal mode for that game is like a hard mode for most other games. We got some Magical Taruda Dokun, Mad Stalker, Full Metal 4th, somebody with a lisp titled that game, and here we are with a modest Mega Drive collection. Here at Game Camp, it looks like some people have hit it already. Quack Shot, $25.80, another game I like a lot, despite the fact it's very easy, a leisurely playthrough, like that in the Mickey games. They're a lot of fun, despite the fact that they're not terribly challenging games. You just kind of enjoy the ride, you know? They're made for kids and stuff, right? And I'm a kid at heart, so I still like things that are easy on occasion. Echo the Dolphin 2, I can say now, I've never liked Echo, and never will. XDR, X-Dazedly Array, one of the, oh, you can see it right now, one of these shittier shoot-em-ups on the Mega Drive. But we can't just highlight the great games, can we? We have to sometimes take a look at the dregs. But yeah, I am not a fan, to go back, I'm not a fan of the Echo games. And you know what, dolphins in general, yeah, they don't do anything for me. I don't know what the obsession is with dolphins. I was asked once if I wanted to swim with dolphins. My answer was, hell no. Swim with a damn dolphin. XDR, Dazedly Ray. Where am I going with this? I'm all full of Mountain Dew today. Another Garo Densetsu, $15.80 on that. So again, that's super cheap. I guess Garo Densetsu, they're everywhere, so they're pretty inexpensive. Shining in the Darkness, $11.80 with a new battery that was just replaced last year, so it should be good. Yeah, Shining in the Darkness is $11.80, $16.80 on Shining Force. So these games are like $10 and under. Well, I mean, they're super common. Everyone's played them, but that's a pretty good deal on that. Like $4,200 on Jurassic Park, which is fine. It's a little action platformer. I myself love the Jurassic Park movie. I've never enjoyed a Jurassic Park game. I don't know what it is. $38.80 on this Sonic 2. So they are charging more for Sonic 2 in Game Camp than they were in either Trader or in Super Potato. So how do you like that? Some 32X for you. And Wonder Boy 5, Monster World 3. I think this one, North America, is just called Wonder Boy in Monster World. And it's a fun game. A nice little, sort of like action RPG. Simple, kind of easy playthrough. But super colorful, nice visuals, nice soundtrack. All that goodness. So I do like the Wonder Boy series, again, despite the fact that they're pretty leisurely playthroughs compared to some other action games. And Rent a Hero for $31.80, a Japan exclusive, which is fun, where you get to literally be a hero for hire. You're a nice superhero there. Some more Rambo 3, because come on now. Can you get enough Rambo? I can't. And Magical Taruda Tokun, once again, $42.80, made by Game Freak, I believe. This was one of their early games, and it is based on a series of manga and anime, though I've never seen it. But this game is another one that is pretty easy and kind of short. You can probably finish it in about an hour, hour and a half, but it is fun and just super colorful and vibrant. Upbeat, has a nice soundtrack as well. So a decent game, this Magical Taruda Tokun on the Mega Drive. If you've never played it, It's still not a terribly expensive game, so by all means, go for it. If you are a Mega Drive fan, we got some Dick Tracy. Take that, prune face. Good game. You shoot a lot of people, so no, it's fun enough. You got like a shooting gallery thing going, so I like that a lot. And Dai Simpu, another toe of land shooter, I believe, but not. I would say Dai Simpu is enjoyable, just not nearly as good as something like Fire Shark or Truxton or something like that. We got a mess loose cards, but I'm not really finagling with those right now. And to wrap things up, here we are in Surugaya, and they've got Mega Jets. Get the hell out of here. For those who don't know, the Mega Jet, I think you could rent them, like it was a rentable thing, right? When you were going on long flights, you could take it on the flight with you and play Mega Drive games. So that's pretty cool. But another place where they keep their games in these big plastic cases, 4900, a legitimate Sega Genesis game, M1 Abrams battle tank. When it comes to tanks, it's Abrams or nothing. But we got some more Disney stuff. Cast of Illusion, another copy of Quackshot, 3500, another Ultra Core at 5,000. So that's actually cheaper than it was at Trader. So that's nice. Curse, 6,200 for a not good shoot 'em up. So there you go. Just because a game is shitty doesn't mean it can also be expensive. Isn't that nice? Gain Ground, 4,300. Now that's a good game. We got more. We got Golden Axe. We got Psy Blade, 2,100. So that's like $14 for a little RPG with some maybe like visual novel elements to it. And for 7,400, not getting any cheaper, but Shadow Dancer. A game I like a lot. I actually like Shadow Dancer more than Revenge of Shinobi. I think it's really cool. I like the visuals, I like the gameplay and soundtrack, and I like the dog. What other Shinobi game gives you a fun doggo to play with? So there you go. I just wish, you could pet the dog. You never get to pet the guy. He does everything for you. He attacks bad guys. He bites the shit out of them. He catches on fire. And you can't even give him a little pat on the head and say, good job, buddy. We got some more Thunder Forces there, and 6,500, the classic that is Tatsujin, or, as the rest of the world knows it, Truxton. It's gotta be the one and only Truxton on the Sega Mega Drive, bringing world peace through superior firepower. Truxton. There you go. For all the people that say that I sound like Mark from Classic Game Room, a little something for you there. A little something. Truxton. Or Tatsujin, as we all know it here. And I forget what the meaning of Tatsujin is. I don't know. It's something cool, I'm betting. The story of Thor, aka something Oasis, Beyond Oasis. Not a cheap game though, 7,500. That puts it at around, I'd say like $60, or actually probably closer to 50 with the exchange rate right now. And something else, no Mega Drive hunt video is complete without finding a copy of Battle Golfer Yui for 6,700. One of the more unusual games, just in general, on the Mega Drive. If you've still somehow never heard of it, I think I find it every time I do a game hunt. There's Mega Drive games. But it is a golf RPG with a really crazy plot about like genetically and cybernetically enhanced human beings, and they're playing golf against each other, and there's like weird experiments, and what the hell is going on in this game is anyone's guess. Between this and the Aqua Teen Hunger Force game, golf games have gotten pretty damn weird at times. But you won't hear me complaining. I like a good weird game, and I like a good golf game too. And we got, let's see, some more Buyu Retsuden, 4,500 here at Surugaya, so comparable, I think, to the Super Potato price. Just all this great stuff. More Rena Hero. Rhythm, 16-bit Rhythm Land. I have no idea, have not played it. I see it all the time, especially in the shops in Akiba. but I really don't know what the hell it is. I guess it has something to do with rhythm. You got me. It seems likely, though. But we got a few more games here, including some Mega CD games, which I don't know much about the Mega CD, and even some loose carts. And they package them together like this, which is kind of a pain in the ass because you can't really look at them. But anyway, there you go, people. That's a bunch of Mega Drive games. I hope you had fun watching. I had fun hunting. So until next time, take care, everybody. Goodbye.